Welcome to this Cambridge Technicals Level 3 Information Technology video. We're looking at Unit 21 Web Design and Prototyping, and this is the criteria D1, which says justify the use of components in the website design that meets the client's requirements. Now, this is fairly simple. Basically, you've designed a website and you've also designed the features and the components of the website, and that is in your P3 piece of evidence, the wireframe diagrams. In order to get the D1 criteria, what you need to do is justify how the component or the part of the website meets the client's needs. So for example, let's say that your client said that they wanted to let's say the client said that customers often got lost when they were visiting the shop. Let's pretend you have a shop that sells things, and although you sell online, you've still got a shop in a physical location, and often customers got lost when they were trying to find the location and the address. So what you might have done as a component on the website is added an interactive map which would allow the customer to plot their journey from their house or from their location to the shop, and this would be a justification of why you've included that. Another example might be something like you want to update potential customers with things that are happening and future discounts and future offers. So the component or the feature that you've added into your website is a sign-up form or a mailing list or a way of collecting customers' email addresses so that you can then keep that information and send out updates as and when required. So this is about going back to P3 and saying why have you added this in, what is the kind of rationale behind this. And with all the videos, we'll have a look at an example and you'll be able to see in a bit more detail what the level of work required is. So if we have a look at the unit guide first, we've got D1. It says justify the use of components in the website design that meets the client's requirements. Doesn't really give much detail. And if we come down to D1 in the further information, we've got the learner needs to justify their design choices based upon the client's requirements. The learner needs to compare the design produced in P3 to the requirements identified in P2. The evidence can be in a form of additions to P1 or P3 or a separate written report. An example I'll show you is a separate written report. So let's have a look at how you can structure this. So in this example of the candidate's work, you can see that what they've done is they've taken a screenshot of the P3 wireframe diagram and they've placed it in the Word document, and then they've pulled out the requirements from P2, so the requirements of the website, and then they've written about how they've met the requirements and how this design meets the requirements. So this is a subject page. The website is for a sixth form college. This is a subject page. And the requirement is that the website will have a subjects page. Well, here it is. And you can see also broken down the subjects into categories here. And they discuss in the content here why they've done that. Let's have a look at another example. The website will have a sixth form page and a sixth form subjects page about the sixth form. So again, they've used a similar kind of setup and they've explained why they've done it. Then they've got a little bit about the sixth form subjects page, and so on. Here in another student's example, one of the requirements is that you have to have information about the sixth form curriculum. Here's the wireframe diagram from P3. This is from P2, the requirement. And then they've discussed and kind of justified why they have laid it out this way and the different features. Another requirement, contact information about the school must be listed. That's the requirement. Here's the wireframe diagram from P3. And underneath is a justification of how they've laid it out and why they've laid it out in that way. Must have an interactive shop for e-commerce. There's the screenshot of the interactive shop. Oh, sorry, there's the wireframe diagram of the interactive shop from P3. Then they've discussed what they need to do, how it fits in and how it meets the requirements. The minimal design fits the minimalistic modern design of the website. It's friendly, ensuring they have no problem navigating or understanding the shop. So what you need to do is go to P2 and copy and paste the requirements into a new Word document. Then find the relevant P3 wireframe diagram, screenshot it, paste that underneath, and then describe how you have used that particular feature and how it meets the requirement of the customer or of the client. And that will cover you for D1. In terms of kind of amount you have to do, you're probably looking at one for each page. So we've got 9 here because they've got 9 pages. And they're quite detailed. So if you've got a minimum of 8 pages, you might have 3 or 4 features on each one. So you could be looking at somewhere between 8 and 12 pages justifying this. And that's your D1 sorted. Many thanks for watching.